Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Monday evening, and we have a delicate conversation I would like to put on the table. Dave Chappelle has taken shots at Katt Williams. Yes, those were shots. Trust and believe. He mocked Katt Williams, and when you mock someone, that's a shot. Even though he tried to soften the impact and say, I'm a 50-year-old man, I don't want to be involved, yada, yada, yada. No, those were shots, right? And I myself, if you're new to this show, folks, I avoid drama, tension, beef. I don't do it myself, on my platform. I did back in the days. I took blood money and I made millions. And I've still got my money. But anyway, in today's game, I want to be known for educating, if I can, and helping the younger generation. They do need some type of guidance. They are running amok, so to speak. But anyway, so Dave Chappelle, he addressed Katt Williams. It was at MonDeRays, an event hosted by comedian DeRay Davis. Okay, this happened about a week or so ago. This was in Hollywood at the, Los Angeles, California. And I'm not going to read what he said about Katt Williams, but it was shots. And then he tried to cover it up by saying Katt is one of the best painters in the game. Why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? And, he made reference to why didn't Katt Williams, when he sat down with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay, I hate that name, why didn't he go after white people? White people. Now, to be fair, if I can be fair, I've met Dave Chappelle a few times. He invited me on his show back in the days. You guys know this already. I've never met Katt Williams, but I think this is and has been Katt Williams' time for quite some time. I think he's fucking brilliant. I want to try and be as objective as I can. Katt Williams went on Club Shay Shay to set the record straight on people that were talking sideways about him or playing with his name, his brand. Correct me if I'm wrong. So there was not a need to go after quote unquote white people. I could be wrong, but Katt Williams has addressed everything, even getting beat up or pummeled by a 12-year-old a couple of years ago, right? So that's my position on Katt Williams, what he said on Club Shay Shay. He broke the internet, literally. We're still talking about it. We're still eating off of that particular interview. But now I have to respect Dave Chappelle as well, because Dave goes in on the transgender community. Yes? No? He put his foot on the gas, and he has not taken his foot off. So if anybody is going to, critique, if you will, or take a shot at Katt Williams, pow, 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 Dave Chappelle has earned the right to. I'm kind of on the fence. And again, I don't want to promote beef, tension, and or drama, but I would like to hear from you guys. What do you think? And salute to those who say that what Katt Williams did by way of the Club Shay Shay interview, it was good for comedy. I think so. That was DeRay Davis' point, because he was on stage with Dave Chappelle. I think this was an event. He hosted the event at MonDeRays. Pardon me if I didn't say that right the first time. Okay. So DeRay Davis and others think that this is good for comedy. But now, me, I'm not a comedian. Decades ago, when I was in a comedy club, I think it was like 1997, if I can just go back for a second. And I came up on the stage, myself and Buck Wild. We were I was a writer, pardon me, at the time for the Source magazine. And I said something about a comedian, and the whole goddamn, the audience was like, oh, don't do that. So there has been somewhat of a unwritten rule over the decades that comedians should not go at other comedians. And again, I've never been a comedian, but they would just say, whoa, don't do that. R.I.P. to one of my old friends, Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney and I were friends. We went back and forth. You guys know this already. You've seen him and heard him on the Star and Buck Wild show over the decades. Paul used to go in on other comedians. He didn't give a fuck. And he came on my show, just a little context here, and went balls deep at Lisa Lampanelli, who I love dearly. She used to come on my show. But I'm just giving you some background about this unwritten rule that comedians are not supposed to go to other comedians. Maybe times are different now. I don't know. Join the conversation if you will, okay? Now, my showrunner is the Earth flat and space fake. Let me say that again. Is the Earth flat and space fake? Most of you know my position, and I don't feel the need to keep rehashing it. I'm a non-believer in the theory of God. Theory. Hell of a theory, but a theory nonetheless. And I invited a few people on. They may or may not chime in tonight to have this discussion. I'm not going to play this just because I've done the research over the decades. I've studied religion, various forms of religion, to reach the point of being a non-believer. In case you don't know, I didn't become a non-believer by way of some type of tragedy or suffering. No, it was a rational awakening in the mid to late 80s. Okay. However, I want to respect those of you who do subscribe to religious doctrines, whether it be the Old Testament, the New Testament, the Quran, the Torah, the Hadith, the Talmud, and other various doctrines, if you will. So the question is, the Earth flat and space fake? Now, let me give you a little direction in case some of you are not readers, and you don't have to be, that's fine. I'm not a fucking know-it-all, but myself, born in 64, a baby boomer. And some of you, like me, we could not escape the dinner table. So this, I learned about this stuff a long time ago, okay? On the screen, to maybe help some of you with this particular topic who maybe have not done research. Google that. You see that right there? Google that. And that would be the premise. If you do think and feel and believe that the Earth is flat, Google that, chime in. I will let you speak, all right? But again, I did this research decades ago, prior to coming to the rational awakening. And there's things there that people do believe to be true. Now, some people will say, well, you know, the Bible, folklore, you know, it was a time when mankind did not have technology, so on and so forth. Well, a flip side to that could be, well, we have technology now, and we have literally destroyed our common thread of decency, our moral compasses, our moral compasses are atrocious now. Yes, no? Would you agree with that? So technology has enhanced certain things, but it has for the most part destroyed our sense of decency. So Google that if you care to. Call in, chime in. And let me just say this, something else I want to mention about growing up in the 70s. Like many of you, our parents used to grill us. So some of you already know about that. You know, I'm not trying to act like, you know, I'm some fucking again a know-it-all. But at the dinner table, we did not have mobile phones. We could not, you know, play around and do things that kids do today. If you even sit at the dinner table together, families today. So we were grilled about homework. You know, we were asked, and we had to have an answer. If you were writing a report, more than likely your parents asked you about the report. My mother did. You know that story already. So our research, we had to do things firsthand. We had to go to the library, stay after school, go to the library. If I was studying something with regards to the genealogy department, I had to explain that at the goddamn dinner table. I just want to say that because, again, there are people who do believe, feel, and think that the earth is flat. All right. Okay. Phone lines open. Let me get everything set up and situated here. Okay. I had a productive day for those who give a goddamn. And good evening, troll babies. Are you guys in that live chat? Okay. I got a new system I'm working with, so I can't necessarily, well, I don't look in the live chat anyway, but Deeds, are you in the live chat? Deeds has been regulating. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not going to chime in. And if anybody has been hit with a copyright strike from my alleged daughter Amy, you did something to piss her off, and that's none of my business. All right. Okay. Phone lines open. Those are my two topics. Dave Chappelle calls out Katt Williams for comments about other comedians. And I do want to talk about is the earth flat and space? Is it fake? Okay. Let's get to the phone lines early and see if we can have a healthy discussion. It's Monday evening. Are you there? Area code 631. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Star. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. How are you on a Monday?
Doing great. Yeah, I wanted to chime in on that Dave Chappelle thing. I think he was right about what Katt Williams did because I don't think it helped comedy. I think it helped Katt Williams' comedy. Okay. Because since that's been going on, he's all over the internet. His clips, his stand-up stuff is coming up on Netflix, on it pushed him up on the algorithm. His ticket sales supposedly went up 800% from all that. So I don't really think it benefited anybody. And I also think DeRay Davis was wrong for, kind of heckling another comic while he's on stage.
Now, I did not see DeRay Davis. I saw Dave Chappelle. What are you talking about? DeRay Davis was getting at somebody on stage at that event that I referenced earlier?
Yeah. So Chappelle came out, was making the jokes, and then DeRay Davis, I guess he was opening up for Chappelle, so it was the on call. Okay. And then he starts yelling out, and the next thing you know, he's right next to Chappelle, and they're just kind of arguing about it, going back and forth. And I saw it was on.
I saw that, sir, but I didn't see them arguing. They were having a healthy conversation. They're probably friends. It was his event, DeRay Davis.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. I didn't mean like arguing like it was like tense or anything, but I feel like DeRay shouldn't have went on stage. And like I know some people call Chappelle a hypocrite for making fun of Katt Williams, but Dave Chappelle, usually when he performs, they lock up phones for that reason, because when he wants to talk about certain stuff, he doesn't want to get out to the public and cause this type of stuff. And I'm pretty sure he's pissed off about that video getting out.
Maybe Dave Chappelle is a hater in disguise.
I've heard that before.
Hang on. Maybe I've met him a few times. Great guy. Maybe he's a hater in disguise, and he wanted to take this moment to strike. Didn't he say that he had a special that came out the same day that Katt Williams broke the internet?
No. He was saying that.
Sir, I could have sworn Dave Chappelle said, someone correct me if I'm wrong, Katt Williams took all the shine away from his new special. You didn't hear that, sir?
No, it sounded like he said that, but what he was saying was because when DeRay was talking about that it's good for comedy and then like the competitiveness and stuff like that, Chappelle said,
come on.
No, he said that him and Chappelle dropped the special at the same time, and it didn't change anything. Okay,
all right. I thank you.
He wasn't saying that the same day as the interview thing. But yeah, thank you, Star, man.
Thank you, sir. Salute. Troll babies, listen, this is the objective perspective. I get a little check every couple of months behind the Player Haters Ball. And salute to Dave Chappelle. And listen, I would never, ever say, yo, somebody stole my idea. You never heard me say that. But when Star and Buck Wild show started in March of 2000 on Hot 97, I was talking about having a haters ball. Anybody remember this? Of course you do. And we were promoting this for like a week or two. And when did they do that haters ball skit on the Chappelle show? But they were kind enough to call me and invite me. That's my guy, Dave Chappelle. But is he hating on Katt Williams? Let's chop this up tonight. Rob Lowe got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Star, so what if it benefited Katt Williams? All that everything everyone said or did to Katt Williams benefited them. Mm-hmm. And Katt said, all Katt said was what they lied about. Good point. Good point. We're all clout chasing to some degree. I'm King Crab, clout daddy. I'm not selling out. I sold out long time ago. You know this already, okay? Phone lines open. Hold on a second, guys. We're gonna have ourselves a healthy discussion tonight. Okay, Deeds. Deeds says, "Oh, Player Haters Ball aired March of 2003. Damn. Thank you, Deeds. Okay, so it was recorded in early 2003. Yeah, we were promoting the Haters Ball, which we never had. It was just me and a piece of the guy DX21, and we were mapping it out in our heads on Hot 97. That must have been 2002. Anyway, okay, let's get back to the phone lines here. Let's go to Florida. Area code 305. Good evening. Two topics on the table. Are you there? 305.
Yeah, what's up, Star?
How are you, sir? How are you?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, I guess the topic I was going to start with was the flat Earth thing. It's kind of interesting, though.
Okay.
With that, I've been looking at that myself for so long. Is it round? Is it flat? Space? This and that. Okay. Some of the research that I've found that's pretty valuable, I would lead other people to, is a young man by the name of Lord Stephen Christ and another guy named Quasi-Luminous.
Well, sir, with all due respect, I have no problem promoting people. What do you think, sir? Never mind other platforms.
Well, that's what I was getting to.
What do you think?
Okay, well, what I believe here is that the Earth is actually convex. It's not flat. It's not round. Earth is convex. This is a realm that we're in. Now, the word that you dropped on the screen there was the firmament. And, looking into the firmament, depending on what religious background you believe in, the firmament was created and we are under it. So this is the realm that we are, the realm of Earth that we are in. Now, in terms of, is it flat? The land that we stand on in a horizon line, it will always be flat to our eye and where we stand and where we see. Mm-hmm. However, as I was pointing out to that research, light actually bends. Now, because it bends inward, and that's it bends from a source. There's a main source that's coming. Now, where that source is in terms of space is where we have inner space. It's not outer space, it's inner space. So as we're going up, you're actually going in toward the original source of light. I just wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit, shed some light on, get people down that path.
I like your input, and I did this research decades ago. I could not come to the conclusion, the self-assuring inclusion that I have been at for decades without combing through this, and even as much as studying the sun and the process of convection, the nuclear explosions inside the sun, and how long it takes that liquid to reach the surface. So, right. I'm not saying anyone is wrong, but, I'm using the term flat because we have what's known as flat earthers. So to sum this up, you're saying the earth is not flat. You're saying it's a sphere or it's round. Finish up.
It is a sphere, but it is not a sphere from the outside. We're not a ball floating in space. We are inside the realm of Earth. We are inside that ball. Outside of us, we're suspended in nothing. It says that in several religious, texts, that this realm is suspended upon nothing. So we're either in this realm or there's nothing else. Everything in this universe, in this world, is in this world, and that is a convex concave world that we live in inside of it.
Okay.
realm. That's what I'm saying. Now, in terms of anything that's flat, yes, the earth that you stand upon with your feet, that will be flat. But the shape
It appears
of earth
to be flat.
right.
Go ahead.
It appears to be flat.
Okay. I thank you for
Yes,
calling in. Any thoughts on Dave Chappelle taking shots? Pow! Katt Williams.
I'm not really up to speed on that. I don't want
Okay.
to speak too much on it.
Okay, don't worry
Just
about
with
it.
Chappelle, I personally think he's a hater.
Mm.
I think he's like he's a designated Negro. You know, the whole African situation, they got him under control how they needed to, and they wheeled him out properly how they need to every, couple months. But he's a hater. That's what I think.
I thank you for the call, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Salute. Okay. Oh, we're having a good discussion thus far, huh? Folks, I want you to speak and tell me what you think. Never mind me. Yo, Star, you said this. Yes. I gotta throw you curveballs. Pause. See what you're working with. Folks, let me just for a second here slide to promote some of my new sponsors. I am so excited to have new sponsors. Hold on a second. HudsonTubs.com. Okay. www.HudsonTubs.com. Bathtub reglazing and all sorts of things with regards to restoration, antiques. Okay. Please check out that site. And if you want any further information, you can reach out to myself, Amy Deeds, and we will assist you. Okay. All right. Let me go to Cash App here. Crown, thank you for tapping in, sir. Crown says, oh, wow. Damn. He says, F Dave Chappelle, we ride with Katt. Oh, okay. Thank you, Crown. Shit. Lex Diamonds, I see. He says, fam, real Dave's dead. That's a Chappelle clone. Okay. Who am I to say it's not? Okay, hang on a second. Somebody sent me an email that has nothing to do with what we're talking about tonight, but thank you so much. Penelope, thank you for tapping in. Do you want to call in? If not, send us an email. I am promoting everything with regards to my sponsors this evening, okay? Even the gender neutral lipstick. Oh, yeah. This show's about a bag, goddamn. Area code 936. Good evening. Are you there? 936. Give me a second.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you?
Fine. How you doing tonight?
I'm great. Who am I speaking to?
My name is Loretta.
Hey, darling. What's cracking?
Yes, I like both of the topics for sure.
Thank you.
But you guys might find this funny, but I don't even think they even been to the moon. I really don't at all. I think it's just all a money grab, a way for people to make money and in their own way. I don't believe it.
I'm not laughing at you. There are many people like yourself who don't believe that man has ever landed on the moon. You're not alone in thinking that. Come on.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that because every time I never thought about it that way. But I brought this.
Hello?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You were saying? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Come on.
No, I just never believed that has ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think that man is just wanting to do something that they think that
a liar and a master of technology, the Caucasian.
Okay.
That's what my father used to say from Durham, North Carolina. The crack is a lie, boy.
Yeah.
Crack have been lying since the dawn of time. Now hang on a second. You sound like a seasoned woman, if I had to guess.
I consider myself as a seasoned woman.
Come on.
I do.
Come on. What year were you born, darling, if you don't mind sharing that with us? I'm not trying to clown nobody.
I don't mind.
What year were
I
you
don't
born?
mind. I don't mind because I am seasoned.
Come on.
Okay. I'm 54.
Nice. Mm-hmm. You've been through some things.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
fighting, tussling with niggas in the 70s. Possible,
Yes.
possible
Those were
experiment.
my favorite years, though.
Okay, possibly
I love.
experimenting with the booger sugar. Possibly, I don't,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm,
Oh yeah.
mhm,
I was
mhm.
supposed to marry Al Green. He was supposed to be my husband.
Mm. Was that after the hot grits were thrown on him, and then he found Jesus? Then he
But see,
found
I wouldn't have
Jesus.
done that.
Well, hang on,
I would-
hang on, because see, the babies don't know. Was that after the hot grits were thrown on him when he was sitting in the bathtub? Supposedly, he put hands on a woman, hands and feet, and then the nigga went to go take a bath, a hot bubble bath, and she came in there with the grits while the nigga was taking a bath, right?
Right.
Huh?
This was way before, Store. I can stop you right there. It was way before that.
Damn. Now, what year was that? Somebody Google Al Green hot grits. What year was that? Shit, what are you
It
talking
was
about?
before that. When I heard about it, when all of that came out,
Mhm.
it was like, oh my God, the woman that threw some hot grits on the man, and then he turned Christian. He's a preacher now,
Mhm.
So that's one of the reasons why I can admit to the fact that he could have been my husband. If I think I can go and meet up with him now and marry him. If
Well, now, baby, listen, I appreciate you, but now I don't want to be disrespectful. Are you sipping? Are you are you tweaking? Because I was born in 60.
No.
Hang on, baby. Hang on. I was born in 64, right?
Okay.
You said you were supposed to be engaged to Al Green before the grits were thrown on him. Yes?
Well, I put it like this. I never.
No, baby, stop. You said prior to the grits being thrown on the nigga in the tub, you were supposed to get married. Yes?
I wanted to. I didn't say we were.
Okay. Because
Said I wanted to. I was
Okay.
being sarcastic.
Okay, because the hot grits were thrown on the nigga in 74. I'm 59.
Yeah.
And that would have made me 10
Yeah,
years old.
you're
So
right.
how old were you talking about you were supposed to marry Al Green? 6?
Oh, I was
7?
How old was I? Well, that came after. I thought about that after he got saved.
Tweaking off the powder, kids. Pay attention. Come on, sugar. I want you to finish up.
No, but I really
Got her.
No way.
We got Mammy.
I can't see men being so smart
Right.
that they can go to the moon.
Right. Okay. Well, listen, baby, before you go, I appreciate you. And
Thank you.
I have done so much.
I appreciate you too.
Stay with me. I'm gonna give you the last word. I have done so much research because that Italian woman, she was on top of me like white on rice. She didn't cut me no slack growing up. And I came home one day talking that man was never on the moon. Somewhere around 1976, and she said, "Okay, well, can you explain the
reflectors
that are on the moon? There's reflectors on the moon."
Yeah. Okay.
So you Google that. You Google that, and then you make your
reflectors. Was that? Wait a minute now. Reflectors. Who put the reflectors there?
Tell us.
Who put the reflectors? Well, they had to get reflectors. Were made by man.
Come on.
Reflectors were.
Come on. We talking.
So
Come on now. Tell us.
So how are the reflectors going? How did they get there? Man had to put them there.
That's what the vicious Italian said to me. How did reflectors get there?
Yeah, well, how did reflectors get there? They got there by man, because that's what man want us to think, that they were on the moon.
Okay. All right. Well,
they
had to be
with human beings.
They had to be set on the goddamn when you couldn't just shoot them, pow, and then they just. And anyway, baby, I thank you for the call, baby.
Well, let me tell you about Chappelle. Can I tell you?
No, baby, you did great. Stay in touch because I got to get other callers on. But
can I tell you about?
Thank you, darling. Yeah, just woo. Let us speak. Let us speak. Okay. Gemstar, I got your donation via PayPal. Thank you so much for tapping in. Okay. Yes, the PayPal information is at the top of the live chat, folks. If you cannot get through on the phone lines, I cannot get every call in. I can't. Nor do I. Hold on a second. Food, peace, and self-care. I got your donation. Big nigga, the earth is flat. Would you like to call in, sir? He says, if not, then Luke Caney would always fall down when chasing those zebras for dinner in the Serengeti. Hold on a second, guys. Uh-oh, here he is. This is the man I was waiting to hear from. This is a very knowledgeable man, and I called him and said, hey, man, you know, I want you to speak. If you find the time to call in. You, sir, are a flat earther, yes? Mofax?
No, I am not a flat earther. I do believe in the firmament. I actually did a show on my channel maybe a couple years ago about this.
Let's go.
And I have a very, I believe, like I said, there's a firmament over us. I don't think we can leave whatever we live on.
Okay.
If you look up an operation called Operation Fishbowl,
I know it. I know it.
Yeah, it's some very, and trust me, I got into this trying to disprove it. And the more you look into it, the more you find out. And then when I figured out the biblical portion of it, that's what makes me a believer in the firmament, because I'm a believer in the book, in the Holy Bible. It's more than scientific for me, because in the Bible there's a lot of stuff that don't line up with science or man-made science. And then you look into the moon, going to the moon, we can't go back there because we lost the technology and yada yada yada. It's like, whoa. So that's why I stand. That's why I stand on it. The reason why I don't call myself a flat earther is I have a very unique theory. I'm trying to get it out.
Take your time.
I believe we live on a flat plane. I think we're enclosed, but I also think hollow earth and all of that has a role in it as well.
Okay.
So it's very difficult to explain. But I don't believe we're flying flying through space on the ball either. That's far fetched for me.
Okay,
that's far fetched for me.
You and I have spoken about this before, and I do respect your position. I may not agree with it, but I respect your position and your efforts with this knowledge. So, for those who believe that the earth is flat, would you say they're wrong if they themselves, like you, make reference to the Holy Scriptures? Would they be wrong if they say, no, it's flat?
Yeah, I don't think they're wrong if they say we live on a flat plane. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think we live on a flat plane, but I think we're enclosed with a dome. The best way I can explain it, Star, is I believe it's like a snow globe, basically. Mm-hmm. How a snow globe is, you have something flat, you have something curved over top of it, but I think it's curved on top and on bottom. And that's where the hollow earth and the flip side comes in. I think when you start looking at all these different theories, I think each group has something right about it.
Okay.
You can't discount, hollow earth or, because there's a lot of stuff that leans that way. You can't discount space, because I think we do have. I'm not one of these people that space doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The celestial bodies doesn't exist. I'm not one of those people either. I think all of this is explained, but I think the bigger thing is the confusion it causes, and I think that's the purpose of it, is to confuse us and keep us separated. You see what I'm saying?
If I can jump in, I think that I'll use your word, confusion. It allows discussion, and it gives people the chance to research. Again, the firmament is something I learned about back in the 70s at the dinner table, I back in those days, you could say something and your parents would correct you, and you listened. You listen. It was family time. You more so respected the people that were raising you, that were providing food and shelter, clothing, and things of that nature. It's different now, but I'm not going to say someone is wrong if they truly look to the scriptures and things like that. But now I do have something I want to mention later in the quote unquote Bible that speaks against the earth being flat. But take a little bit more time. I don't want you to rush. And tell us about your show that you did. You said a couple of years ago on your platform, Mo Facts.
Yes, I had one of the more known gentlemen on the flat earth to come on and explain it to me.
Okay.
Because like I said, I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I'm not one of these people that I have all the answers. I'm not one of those people. But I know what I believe, and I believe in the Holy Bible. And the Holy Bible says that we're saying the waters were parted by a firmament. And then when you start to look at, the way man speaks about going to the moon and we can't go back, trust me, the way I look at the moon like this star is either we never been or we're going there constantly and we're not talking about it. That's how I look at it. I don't believe it's this we went there once a few times, we're not going back. That's not how man does.
If I can jump up for a second, Mo, for those who are watching and didn't have time to Google firmament. In biblical cosmology, okay, the firmament is the vast solid dome created by God during the Genesis creation narrative to divide the primal sea into upper and lower portions so that the dry land could appear. That's what the firmament is, for those who may not know. I'm gonna put that back on the screen shortly. Go ahead, Mo. You were saying?
Yeah. So, like I said, that's from what I believe that like I said, we're enclosed. I don't think we ever left. But this story of that we went to the moon and there was nothing there, and we didn't go back, and then we forgot how to go there, and now every time they try to go there, they struggle. it's like come on.
Well, we lost the technology. They didn't actually well, hang on. They didn't actually lose it, but technology has advanced so much to the point where some of that technology at that time, in our society has become obsolete, old, and that it's taking the long way around. But go ahead, you were saying, go ahead.
Yeah, but Star, here's the thing that, like, from the technology side of it, because I am an engineer, we have more technology in our pocket now that NASA had all together. And what's the struggle? Like, what is the struggle to get back there? I mean, that's what. I'll give you another thing. It's kind of like with.
Well, hang on. Is there anything there that we haven't already considered being of use? Is there anything there other than the sad reality that at some point somebody or some group and or society is going to try and blow the moon out of the sky? I'll just say the sky. Go ahead. What's there?
What is there is it's a great launching pad to go further into space. You know what I'm saying? Like you should go there, build structures so you can go further into deep space exploration. If you're saying if that's your goal, you just don't go there, collect some dust and rocks, and then come back and say, "Oh, well, we went and there's nothing there." That's why I said either we went there and we're still going there, or we never been there. I don't buy this. You know what I'm saying? We went there and now we ain't going back. So like I said,
well, the moon is necessary. I want to be clear with what I said about what's there. The moon is necessary. Without the moon, our whole existence and the oceans and other things would be at risk if that moon is blown to bits. I'm sorry, go ahead, finish up.
Yeah, I mean, because like, the moon is very like important to time and the 28-day calendar. You know what I'm saying? The 28-day cycle, everything that the whole Earth moves on. So the moon is very critical. But like I said, if you're trying to go to deeper space, you would build there. And Star, you remember, you know, saying you in the 70s. I wasn't born in the 70s, but just the hype of, you know, it was gonna be hotels on the moon and, you know, that kind of thing. It was just this whole big hype that moon was gonna be the, you know, the next frontier. And just to throw it away and say, nah, we're not gonna be interested in that. And now there's re-interest in Elon Musk and all these other people can't even get, you know, rockets off the ground with far more technology.
We don't need the moon like we thought we did once upon a time. We now have the ability, and we have created space stations going back to the Reagan era. That was his thing, building a space station. So the moon is not necessarily a place where, you know, anybody needs to go dock to refuel. You can go to a space station and then continue on. And now we have different things. But anyway, all right. So I just want to finish up. I don't know if you want to talk about Dave Chappelle and Katt Williams, but okay. So you are a firm believer in the Bible, but now the Bible does specify. It does specify that the earth is round. Yes.
Yes, and that's why I'm saying about the snow globe thing. We live on a flat plane, but the actual enclosement is round. And it may seem like I'm cherry picking, but I'm not. It makes more sense that way to me, personally. How everything else, you know, with the celestial bodies and everything else, how that fits all together. So,
okay.
And like I said, hollow earth, I'm not throwing that out the window.
Okay.
That I think there's a flip side to this, and that would be Sheol. I think how you pronounce it, hell.
Right. Okay.
all that goes with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like I said, I'm trying to make sense of it, Star. I'm trying to make sense. I've never claimed to say I know everything, but I know what I believe. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate the call, man.
So
I appreciate the call.
All right, Star. Have a good one.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you so much. Okay.
All right. You're welcome.
Right. Mo Fax tapping in. Deeds, I'm going to try to bring in Big Elvis the Chef on the screen. Hopefully the audio works. If not, I may have to go make an adjustment. Let me see if I can get Big Elvis the Chef on the screen right now. Big Elvis, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can. Loud and clear, Star.
Okay. I can hear you, and I'm going to get a text from Deeds to make sure. Well, I actually, Troll Babies, can you guys hear me and Elvis, Big Elvis the Chef? I want to make sure that everything is good. Okay. Okay. Where do you want to chime in, Elvis? Do you want to talk about my new sponsor, BLK, the hot dating app for black singles?
I can't wait to get on it.
Okay. Now, you want to talk about the flat earth, yes? And is space fake? That's your thing, for those who don't know. Go ahead, Elvis.
Right, that is my thing. And I like the way Mo spoke about it. I only caught the part when Mo came in. I haven't been able to catch prior to that. But on the rebroadcast, I always double check your show, so you will get seen.
Thank you.
Like I say, this reality we're in has something for everyone. The round earth, the inner earth that Mo just talked about, if you research any of this stuff, there's something for everyone. Because we're possibly living in a reality generating machine that makes all things possible. I would argue that when you're driving, and I've driven across the country, all the way up to Maine, all the way to California, all the way to South Dakota, all the way down to Miami. I've driven all through Texas. I took Route 66 in 2017, where I saw the eclipse. I know this country. And one of the things that I found interesting about this country is that while you're driving on the highway, you can always see the tops of every mountain. And I always wondered, what the heck is that about? How come I can, as I'm approaching a certain area, a certain, like the Badlands, or I'm in Wyoming, and I'm approaching any of these mountains. If I'm in Utah, approaching the mountains, you can always see the tops of the mountain. And as you drive in, you're going down further and further, lower and lower. And then when you're leaving, you're coming back up. So I came with this realization that all cities and all towns are in ditches. And I started to go into this huge rabbit hole back in 2016, and I found out that—
I don't mean to cut you short, but can I ask you to pull it together with regards to the question, is the Earth flat and space fake? Let's focus on that.
The Earth is flat because all cities and towns are in ditches, and space is unobtainable. You can't make it to space because if you look up at a telescope, everything is flat. It's basically some sort of screen to some degree. And if you focus in on a planet, you can actually see what appears to be water going past and not anything round. It's totally flat and it shimmers. Everything is shimmering. All the stars, all the planets shimmer, and they all look the same. So I would argue that space is you're unable to get to space if there is a space on the other side of that water.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm more of a believer on the firmament, and I am a believer that the Earth is flat. But when I say flat, I look at it as like elevation flat. Like,
but now hang on a second. Are you a man of the Holy Bible?
No.
Okay.
I'm not into the book.
Okay.
I used to be into the book when I was younger, and I went to a lot of different religions and churches in my 20s, and then I realized that
Gotcha.
it wasn't for me. But I do know the book. I know what the book says. I know that Vanna Van Braun, he put on his tombstone how God shows off his handiwork, the firmament. So I would believe that we are in some sort of firmament above us, protecting us. And that might explain why they blew up so many nuclear weapons in the 50s. It was no reason for them to blow up so many because we knew what a nuclear bomb would do, but yet we just kept on doing it.
Well, hang on a second, because you're going someplace else. You're now going into the Oppenheimer direction. I want us to stay here. Right. Okay, so with regards to your belief and or understanding, would you say that the space and the expanding universe, do you think that that's fake, and that, you know, the powers that be are trying to scare us, right. You know, the sheep, yes, for the most part?
Yeah,
you know, it's
absolutely
expanding, black holes, well, water planets. I mean, listen, I'm a sci-fi guy. You know this. I love this shit. You know, but do you think that the space, the Kuiper Belt,
right? The Kuiper Belt. How we get through the Kuiper Belt? I think it's all a farce. I think it's all just some sort of fairy tale story. They asked the guy from Star Trek, Captain Kirk. They said, "What's the difference between science fiction and science fiction and science?" And he says they're absolutely the same. It was a total truth drop he dropped on everyone. And I would agree with him. It seems like all the problems we had on Star Trek, we all have now during, with medical diseases and all these nanobots and all these kind of ideas. They're just recycled. I call it we're in a stall century to some degree where we have nothing new to offer. We just keep remixing all stories, even crimes of passion are being recycled. But to stay on your topic, I would argue that Rampage Jackson, the UFC fighter, he said,
yeah, but now hang on a second, Elvis. I want to let's keep it here, just with what we think, because these other people, I have no problem promoting anybody else's platforms.
Right.
They're addressing theories. I respect you. You're here. I know
Thank
you. I want to hear what you have to say. So to wrap it up, you say it's deeper than just whether the Earth is flat or not, and you think that space is fake. Yes.
To answer it quickly, yes.
Okay.
But it's also so super complicated, though. Okay. We have to understand that everything we've been told was a lie. And why are we being lied to? Because they don't believe we can handle the truth.
I would not agree with that. I would not agree with that. I would not agree with that. Everything is a lie. No.
Well, most things are, Star. Very little things that we've been told.
Sir Isaac Newton didn't lie when he wrote the book Principia. Right? He didn't lie. Sir Isaac Newton. That was a lie.
I have to think about that. I think that for his time, he was a good guessing man. And if I lay out a lot of guesses, some gonna come out right.
Hang on. 1687, Principia, the laws of motion. Okay.
Principia.
Yeah. Do you know that book?
Right. I'm thinking. I've read all this stuff. Yeah, it's kind of coming back to me. Yeah, you're a very learned man. I really appreciate that about you, Star. And you test you test the people that come up on your platform, and you don't just let us get away with anything. And I appreciate that too.
Thank you. Go finish up, man. You have the last word. Your last word.
I hope people have been entertained and enlightened, and that is what you have.
Well, I hope they send a fucking donation or get off the goddamn channel.
Right. Well, I'm glad I donated. I did donate. I always donate. And I think my wife ordered. I believe she ordered some of that lipstick. That gender lipstick thing.
I'm getting ready to promote that. Thank you, man.
Yeah. We'll send you a receipt soon, I guess.
Thank you.
But I do want to say this. This reality has something for everyone. And if you have a belief system, you look it up and you'll find the answers that you need. So you have to be very careful with a system that will provide you with truth in a crazy ass world or a crazy idea.
Okay.
So that's why, you got to just worry about you and yours. I learned that from you. Concentrate on you and yours, because that's what's most important. Is like me, I spent a lot of years going down rabbit holes, and a lot of it was for nothing. I've gained nothing from it. So you are appreciated anyway.
Thank you, Elvis. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Big Elvis, the chef. John Blaze on the check-in. Sit tight, John Blaze. Where are you, sir? John Blaze, you're up next. Sit tight. I'll be right there. Sit tight. Okay, folks, I want to make sure that I'm promoting my sponsors. If you're new to the show, think of the Star Report as a long infomercial. This is about business. MikaraBeauty.com. In my community section, you will see a link to gender neutral lipstick. Always forward, never backwards. That's an old Star and Buckwild saying from, I think, 2002, I forget, 2003. Always forward, never backwards. Business over bullshit. And I'm looking for other brands that want to promote gender fluid, gender neutral. And we're going to finish up today and tomorrow. If you guys spend $50 at MikaraBeauty.com, I will give you 30 days free promotion. You have to send a screenshot, okay? MikaraBeauty.com. This is going left for a second. Salute to Rick James. Anybody in that live chat, do you remember Rick James saying that Purple Rain was just a long video? I just thought about that because I said the Star Report is a long infomercial. Troll babies. Rick James, when Purple Rain came out, he said, that's just a long video. Hating. John Blaze, thank you for tapping in, sir. Area code 415. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, John Blaze.
John Blaze on his goddamn check-in. I'm sick to my goddamn stomach right now. I want to take my time.
Come on.
I want to take my time because we had a conversation just seconds and minutes ago with the goddamn flat earth theory. Okay. This is really making myself goddamn sick. Well, we had the conversation to what you brought up, Newton's laws of motion. I can only remember one of them, which was every object stays the same in a position until an external force is applied to it.
Let's go.
Now, if these Negroes want to call in and they want to go ahead and talk about the flat earth theory, and they want to talk about fragmentation, or what it generally refers to as the arc in the sky, but is generally regarded to a biblical cosmology as the dome created by God separating the earth realm from the goddamn heavens.
Let's go.
You niggas make me goddamn sick calling to this goddamn show, because if you really want to go ahead and talk about your goddamn background, you should be applying goddamn math. You should be talking about goddamn Aristotle. If you want to go ahead and talk about the flat earth theory, you can go ahead and use goddamn examples when you can look at the stars. This is an observation that is usually or sometimes made by individuals like Aristotle, who declared the earth as a sphere, not as being round.
Right.
After returning from his trip from Egypt, Aristotle even noted himself, there are stars seen in Egypt. Okay? Now, you goddamn Negroes want to call in here and use the biblical context on math. We're not going to do that, because when you want to go ahead and use this idea of flat earth theory, you also want to look at another individual by the name of Eratosthenes, who was also a Greek mathematician. You also got Pythagoras, who also was a goddamn mathematician. So you Negroes want to call in here, come in with these goddamn illusions when you're not even applying math when you talk about your goddamn background. I'm tired of you Negroes. You act like you don't fit in all right now. Because when we look at the idea of flat earth, the earth is a sphere, okay? It is a sphere. It was proven by Eratosthenes. It was proven by Aristotle, the most famous Greek philosopher, the most famous Greek mathematician.
John Blaze, can I jump in, sir? Can I jump in? Can I jump in? You know, I appreciate your knowledge, your execution. Let's not even go back that far. For people who are not readers, and everybody doesn't have to be. There's a black woman, Gladys Mae West. Gladys Mae West is the black woman that created the GPS system.
Yes.
Now I'm not gonna try and act like some know-it-all. I'm a high school dropout, but I want people.
No, you ain't. You talking about a black woman in computing? Come on, talk to him.
Yeah. But I want people.
Gladys Mae West. Talk about her.
No,
because she is the most famous.
Hang on. Let me just finish this point. I want other people to speak. That's the beauty of where I'm at now, the Star Report. Years ago, I would let nobody goddamn talk, but now want them to do a little research if they want to. Yes, Gladys Mae West created the GPS system. Crown, is she FBA? If I'm not mistaken, she's a foundational black woman. But anyway, yes, but I appreciate people who, you know, they stand their ground. They say the earth is flat. Okay, if we're going to talk about the biblical reference, then let's see who really knows that good book. Go ahead, John, please. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you brought up examples, and sometimes it gives me the idea we're on a research right now.
Yeah.
And you brought up Gladys Mae West. She was known for computing. She was known for her calculations and computer programming, which helped construct I think it was called a geocide or something. It's a mathematical model of the Earth's shape. So that's why you brought her up, and you're playing games with me right now because you know what it is. You're playing ignorant right now. You're playing goddamn ignorant right now because you know what it is. You asked the question with the answer. You went ahead and proved. You see, you're not gonna get around.
It's called bait and feed.
Get it with me. I caught you. I caught you because she's the one that used the mathematical model of the Earth shape as a sphere. Right. So you Negroes, when you want to call in here, you better go ahead and give some goddamn mathematical examples. Put it in a historical context. Do not put it in a biblical context, because there was no goddamn math in that goddamn biblical context. Where the math got us is where we can sit in the goddamn car. Where the math got us is where we can sit on these goddamn phones. It wasn't the goddamn Bible. My heart's racing right now. I got to get up out of here, man.
I appreciate
you really. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. One.
Thank you, John Blaze. Okay, John Blaze on the check. And guys, I'm coming to the phones. I'm coming to Cash App. Sit tight. I see you. I want to promote another sponsor tonight, JenniferJonesCollection.com. I say again, JenniferJonesCollection.com. Very, very nice, creative jewelry. in my community section, you'll see a banner, and that's actually her in the banner. Okay, this is her jewelry line, handmade. I'm going to give another, matter of fact, I'll give you 2 months promotion if you spend $100 at jenniferjonescollection.com. What that means is we will put your banners. We'll even make a banner for you if you can't provide a banner. Make a banner. We'll put you in the community section, and we will put you your brand, your product, your services, and the showrunner. If you spend $100 at jenniferjonescollection.com, send us a screenshot. We'll give you 2 months promotion on the Star Report. Okay. Let me go to Cash App, Super Chat. Odvo, where was Odvo? Okay, are you calling in, Odvo? Richard, I got your donation. He says, oil for the machine. Thank you, sir. Okay, Big Elvis, thank you for tapping in. Sir Shy, got your donation. Dave Chappelle and Marlon Wayans are super coons. Really? I like Marlon Wayans. I've met him twice. I don't really fuck with his brother Sean, but I wouldn't say Marlon and Dave Chappelle. I wouldn't say that, man. I mean, if you feel that way, that's fine. You sent it a donation, but Dave Chappelle did take a shot at Katt Williams. However, Dave Chappelle goes in on the transgender community, balls deep. I'm not going to say pause. He doesn't take his foot off the gas. Pardon me. But thank you, Sir Shy, for your donation. Elvis, I got your other donation. Thank you, sir. Okay, and I spoke to John Blaze going through Cash App. Newt, I got your donation. We talking about the Earth or FBJ's watch. Okay. Dom, I got your donation. Dom, are you on the line, sir? Dom, you're up next. Sit tight. Give me a minute. Sit tight. Dom, okay. Hey, Janet. Okay, Janet, are you calling in? Uh-oh, Janet, are you calling in? Janet talking that talk. Okay, thank you for your support as always, Janet. And food, peace, and self-care. Respectfully, Mr. Elvis, you're on that Gorilla Glue. Okay, he's talking about Elvis the chef. Dom, is that you? Area code 305. Thank you for your support. Dom. Dom, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you? Good evening.
How you doing, sir? This is Vaughn the Ripper.
Okay.
How you doing? First time caller, okay. Long time listener. When I saw the subject, I've been listening for about 3 years now. I had to call in.
Okay.
Because I've been sharing these sentiments for about 3 years now.
Okay.
I can kind of prove it, and I hear dudes like John Blaze all the time.
Sir, what is it that you say you can prove? What exactly?
That Earth is flat and space is fake.
Go ahead.
I've been saying this since about 2020.
Go ahead.
I have an anecdotal reason, please. And I have a factoidal reason.
Proceed.
Okay, absolutely. The anecdotal reason it started about a few years ago when I was dating a girl in Virginia, and her father worked for NASA. So she was actually half Italian herself. Father worked for NASA. Everything was all good. We went out for pizza, and we were just talking, and I just brought it out. We were talking about the shape for some odd reason, and I just threw it out there. I was like, yeah, well, some people say it's flat. When I say this man's face turned redder than the devil's dick, Star. This guy turned heated. I've never seen this white man mad ever. This man got mad as hell to the point where people, the servers and the waitresses and the staff, was looking at the table like he was about to glass me. We're in Old Town Alexandria, having a good time. First time I ever seen him mad. He works for NASA. I chalked it up. I said, okay, fuck it. That was a.
Sir, can I ask you to get to the point? I mean, you just,
Okay, absolutely. Just to get to the point real quick. If it's true that we're really on a spinning rock, right? What do they say? Traveling 1,000 miles per hour through the middle of nowhere. Practically that's what they say, right? And right.
Sir, what do you say? You started out talking about some guy who supposedly works. Hang on. Hang on, sir. We're having a conversation. Some guy who supposedly works at NASA, as if that's supposed to mean something to us. I don't know what this guy does. I don't even know if you're telling the truth. Please explain. You said you had proof that the Earth is flat.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, the story was about a girlfriend's father that was in NASA, did something at NASA, don't know his position, but got very upset, highly offended, was the nicest guy in the world.
And that's your proof, sir? Sir, that's your proof? No.
That's anecdotal. I'll wrap it up like this. If we really are on a ball spinning through the middle of nowhere at 1,000 miles per hour, spinning at 30,000 miles per hour, right? And that's what they said. That's what's written on every astronomical book, astrological. I can't even say the word right now. Okay, if that's the case, Star, why are the stars the same every night? Thank you. God bless. I gotta go.
No, stay there. Stay there. Don't hang up. You sent it a donation. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Are you a believer? Are you a man who finds credit in the Holy Bible?
I'm agnostic. I dabble. Dabble.
Okay. Never mind my position. You've heard me state my position in the past, but now I did have to cross-reference, study, research, and other things to reach the conclusion of where I am. So this proof that I'm still waiting to hear. You said you had proof. Can you give this to us? If you're not, hang on. If you're not making reference to the Holy Bible, which does state, it states the earth is round. It states that. What is your proof? And I'll tell you what states where that is in the Bible, if you like. But go ahead. Give us your proof. It's flat.
Okay. Yeah. Well, really, flat is more so as in the way you see a pond, from horizon level. That's really what they mean by flat. Flat doesn't have to necessarily mean look like a pizza. No. It's the way you see a pond. They say the firmament does cover it, surrounded by the ice wall. Okay. That's what my research has led me to believe now. It's just where I'm at.
So it's flat
at the moment.
So I want to hear what you can prove. Never mind what they say.
Right.
You.
So
it's flat.
The last proof, the proof that I have is in the question. Okay, that's what I mean. I have the proof is in the question. If I can, like I said, if we're on the ball spinning 1,000 miles per hour through the middle of nowhere, why is the North Star always in the same place? Why is this star always in that place? The belt, all these, they're always in the same place.
Right.
They're always stationary.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm asking.
Thank you. Thank you for your donation, sir. Thank you. All right. Let him speak. Folks, on the screen is a word. If you're not sure, if you want to join the conversation, Google that. Myself and Janet, we learned about that back in the 70s. We had to, right, Janet? Janet's a few years younger than me, but at that dinner table, we, like other baby boomers, were grilled. Turn that television off. Dinner's ready. You sat down. You didn't touch the food until somebody said grace. You were chewing and eating. You had your glass of milk. and you were questioned about homework. What did you learn in school today? Because in those days, you didn't necessarily need a babysitter. So you could come home from school with your brother or sister or by yourself, and you could get a bowl of cereal and you could sit there and watch Magilla Gorilla, Speed Racer, Gilligan's Island, some shit like that. So you had play time. But then when your parents came home at dinner time, oh, shit. You were grilled. Bill, I got your donation. Thank you very much. Would like to speak on both topics. Area code 336. Let me bring this man in here. Is it Bill? Thank you for your donation. Where do you want to start, sir? 336.
Billy D, man. Thanks for taking the call. Is this me?
How are you, man? Yes, sir. Good evening.
Hey man, good talking to you. So first of all, I believe the Earth is round.
Okay.
I'm ex-military, did a lot of traveling, been to the North Pole. Have some other military friends that now work for NASA.
Okay.
And love what John Blaze said. Love what everybody is saying, even the flat earthers, because it always kind of like comes back to this side takes these certain points and runs with it. This side takes this side and runs with it. What I learned through my travels is very simple, and the reason why I believe it's round is simply when we have eclipse, when we have an eclipse, like we're going to have one in April, right? I have a daughter; she's obsessed with space, and I had to Google the best places to take her to go see the eclipse. Why? Because the sun in the eclipse is going to happen in different places at different times.
Facts.
Yeah. North Pole, South Pole, right? I've been to the North Pole in September, right? And we had like 3 hours of sunlight. We had to get in there at that time because we were doing a mission or we were working a job up there, because if we waited too much longer, it was going to be 6 months of complete darkness. That can only exist if the Earth is a sphere, because if the Earth was flat, the Earth would have access to the sun the same way all parts have it at some point in time. Now, of course, we can look at China, and like right now, in China, it's 12 hours ahead of us. So if it's 9 or 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, it's 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning there. But the point still remains that if the Earth was flat, we will all get the same sun. Maybe not the same time, but it would still exist in that realm. So when we have a North and a South Pole, that shows you that the Earth is sitting at a tilt and it does not have access to the sun. How else can that exist if the Earth is not round?
Okay. I'm letting people speak. I don't want to act like I have, the answers here. But there was a time when I was a quote unquote believer, and I used to preach the word, and I had to know what it was.
You was a preacher?
Yes, in Times Square, right before I discovered cocaine. Facts.
You got delivered.
Well, I woke up from the dream. But now, and I respect people who live their lives based upon, again, whether it be the Torah, the Talmud, the Quran, the Hadith, Bible, what have you. But in the Bible, it does break it down. Isaiah 40:22. In the Bible, it says he sits enthroned above the circle of the earth. I remember that most of my life, and I had to find a way around that, or have a better understanding of what that meant at that particular time in mankind's, understanding of what we live on here, the metaphysically given. So,
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I know you're not a believer now, but what do you believe? And if you believe that the Earth is round, is that from the time when you were a believer?
No, the Earth is a sphere.
I'm with you. I agree.
Scientists have already proven that, and I'm
a huge fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson, and what he says makes sense, and I am in agreement with him.
So I've already pointed out a black woman who created the GPS system. With all due respect, Gladys Mae West. Okay.
Yeah.
But now, what was the other question? If I forgot something.
If the reason why you believed was that part of something that you took from when you were a believer?
Well, I woke up from the dream. I woke up, and I say that with all due respect. I woke up in the bosom of objective reality. and I was able to cross-reference things. And I do believe in something. I believe in myself, you know. So I'm not just roaming around living aimlessly. But I appreciate your position, and thank you for your service. Thank you for killing. So that
for sure, man. Can I say one more thing?
Can I just finish this? Killing.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So that I can live the life that I live, drive these classic cars, smoke these fine cigars. Killing from 8 to 80, well, blind, crippled, or crazy. Thank you, sir. Go ahead and finish up. Thank you for killing.
There's also you have pilots who they say that when they get up to over 50,000 feet in the air, they can actually see the curvature of the Earth when they fly that high. So that's a whole other thing. That's somebody who has first eye encounters with the curvature of the Earth. I would love to talk about the Dave Chappelle thing if you got time for me.
Let's go.
I gotta go. I'm cool.
Come on.
Huge Dave Chappelle thing. He can do no wrong by me. He's out of line when it comes to this Katt Williams thing. I was going when I was stationed in Mississippi.
Okay.
It was like 2002. I went to see him. That was the first time I saw him. 2002, 2003.
Okay.
I saw him in New Orleans. I had never seen so many white folks. I didn't know that many white folks was allowed in New Orleans at that time.
Okay.
But I say that to say, I go back with Dave Chappelle back when he was not cool and popular to the black population. He was not a black comedian. And I say he's out of line because he's talking about stuff that was happening when he wasn't around. He was not it's like he's acting like he's Fat Joe of hip hop now. You can't step your foot in something when you wasn't there for that.
Right.
You got to know your place. Respectfully, and I love Dave. I think Dave is top 3, if not my number 1 GOAT when it comes to comedians. Not black, not white, because I also got Louis C.K. in my top 5.
Okay.
So respectfully. But I was doing the math and I was listening like what Katt was talking about. He's talking about 98, 99, 2000, Kings of Comedy. 98, Dave was doing Half Baked with Jim Brewer.
Right.
What do you know about black comedy? You wasn't touching no stage on Comic View. BET was not interested in a Dave Chappelle. So he can't get on these. He can't put his foot in old street beats. You wasn't there. Chappelle Show started in 2003 to 06. Let's keep it a beam. We wasn't black folks in general was not checking for Dave Chappelle until he left the Chappelle Show and came back. He left in 06. So I don't think it's cool for him to like come now. Anybody can have their opinion. Anybody can say what they want to say. But I also feel as though that's the reason why DeRay wasn't allowing him to just say what it is that Dave wanted to say.
Salute to
DeRay is a black comedian.
Salute to DeRay.
Salute to
DeRay. Yeah.
DeRay was bucking. He was not letting Dave just say whatever it was. And he did it respectfully because Dave is who Dave is. But at the same time, DeRay has been a black comedian his whole life. And I really feel as though if he could have said, Dave, you out of pocket on this one. You wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah, you was around.
Okay.
But stay in your lane.
Gotcha.
So while they was beefing in 99, early 2000s, Dave was with Jim Brewer and writing with Neil Brennan. He wasn't there.
Great points, sir. Great points. I got to take other calls. Thank you for tapping in.
Do your thing, man.
Thank you for your service again. Thank you.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Thank you for killing for oil. Oil is worth dying for. Land, territory. We are the colonizers, Americans. Yes, we are the terrorists. Admit it, accept it. That's who we are. Sam, I analyze. Where are you, man? Hit the link. Let's get you on the screen. Let's talk sports. Florida Boy Jay, are you out there? Dana with the data. Who else wants to get on the link? Or what do you call it, guys? Cam up. Let's get to it. Guys, let me promote one of my sponsors. BLK, you see it on the screen. Dating for Black singles. The #1 dating and lifestyle app for the Black community. Founded in August of 2017 by Match Group, BLK is the authority on Black love and relationships, connecting individuals for meaningful connections and authentic expression. Okay. Over 10 million downloads and counting. It's more than just a dating app. It's a movement, a community that gives back and uplifts its members. Okay. Tell them I sent you. Okay. All right. Something else I wanted to, well, let me bring in Sam. Hold on a second. And hey, Valerie, which Valerie are you? Oh, wow. And she sent a picture. I remember you with those big old headlights. Holy shit. Nice to see you. She sent a nice donation just to say, hey, do you remember me? I sure do. Hey, Valerie, I'm not going to put your business out there. You had some fire coochie. Yes, you did. Okay. Let me bring in Sam I Analyze. Is that you, Sam?
Yes, it is. What's going to start? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Deeds, are you out there? Can you guys hear Sam? Sam is one of my sponsors. He's in the community section. Sports, where do you want to start? So you've got a new video that's getting a lot of comments in my community section. Tell us about it, please.
Yes. So you can hear me, right?
Yes.
All right. Yes. So I did a video. I started a weekly show reviewing the NBA. What were the top stories?
Okay.
And I spoke about the Embiid and Jokic, the matchup. When Embiid, he said that Joker was the best player in the league. I spoke about that.
Okay.
And the NBA trade deadline is also coming around on February 8th.
Okay.
So I call it the NBA mashup. And that's like, I put together the top stories and just give my opinion on it. And that's what this one was just about.
Okay. Sam, if I can jump in for a second, you are from Uniondale, Long Island, in New York, for those who don't know. You've been calling into sports radio over the decades. Any sports experience yourself with football, basketball, ice hockey, volleyball? Who is Sam?
Well, nothing professionally, but I've played, with my friends, obviously, basketball years ago, church league, things like that.
Church league, you say? Church
leagues, growing up, local leagues and, things like that. But more really with
any Pop Warner and any ice hockey like myself. Did you ever?
No, but I did rollerblade as a kid. I did rollerblade,
Whoa. Sam said rollerblade.
Rollerblade, martial arts, things like that. Yeah.
Oh, martial arts. Okay.
Yeah.
Black belt?
No, I studied Kempo. I got up to blue stripe.
You got a purple sash or something like that?
No, I got to, that would have been this right before the 6th belt in the system.
I forget.
Yeah. But so I did that a little bit. But sports is my passion.
That's your thing.
And if anyone has ever tuned into ESPN or WFAN, I was a fantasy phenom. And this is what my passion is. I got my master's in journalism. This is what I do.
Nice.
This is what I do. Yeah.
I still don't understand fantasy football. What the fuck is that?
It takes a while, but I'll tell you what. I always tell my friends who've never done it, once you watch a football season and any sport and you do fantasy, you will never look at any kind of sport the same. Because you'll understand, you'll start looking at other teams, scouting other players, and I've been doing it for a few years now.
Okay. All right. So your specialty now is basketball, the NBA. Anything coming up? And when's the next time you're posting content on your platform?
Well, I am going to look to post tomorrow. NBA, it's rivalry week, or the Knicks are playing the Nets, Lakers. I think they're playing the Clippers. I have to check the schedule. But a big news tonight, Joel Embiid with a career high, 70 points. Against Victor Wembanyama. He
Wow.
dropped 70, which is a record for the Philadelphia 76ers. So that just happened maybe an hour ago now.
Okay.
So that's big news. That's going to be headline. And a few hours ago, LeBron James was complaining about a scratch. I guess these against Scoot Henderson, he was fouled and he didn't get the call. Things like that. Yeah,
Can I just go left for a second here?
Absolutely.
What about Bronny? He missed a layup, and the crowd, wherever this was, they were saying overrated. Oh, Bronny James just came back off of some type of heart condition. What did he have?
And the thing is, they said it's not called a heart. It's not called a heart attack. It's called he had an issue.
Heart murmur? Was it something with the heart, man? A respiratory something with
heart.
Fuck. Yeah. He missed a layup in some game recently, and the crowd was saying overrated. I mean, is he?
So the thing with Bronny is a lot of people, since he's LeBron James' son, is taking advantage of great marketing. His dad has done a wonderful job of promoting him, and he's a solid player.
Cardiac arrest in the live chat.
That's it.
Cardiac arrest.
Cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would say that that's a result of the jab, maybe. Conspiracy theorists did say stuff like that, but
he missed the layup. Either way, I mean,
he's
layup.
It's his first few games. The team is not doing as well. He did miss a layup. Yes. He also did another thing too. If you want to look it up at anybody, he hit his head.
Nigga, you missed a layup. LeBron is your father. Fuck out of here. Overrated. Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Get it. Sam.
I'm surprised people are not clowning him for hitting his head on the. Did you see when he was walking back into the locker room?
No, I didn't see.
And he banged his head.
Missed a layup.
Yeah. I think that one is worse.
Shit.
Yeah. That's actually gonna be on bloopers. Star. I mean, that should be on bloopers. He's running back into the locker room and he jumped and he hit his head really hard on the ceiling. Yeah.
Wow.
But he's solid. I mean, LeBron is doing everything to speak about, put his name out there. He even said, like, everybody's wondering how long is he gonna play, and Bron said that he wants to play. He wants to remain in the league as long as possible to play with his sons.
Yeah.
If a team drafts his son, then no, that's where he's going to go play.
I want LeBron out after this season. But hey, Sam, great to talk to you, folks. Make sure you check out Sam from Uniondale. Sam I Analyze on YouTube. In the community section, brand new video. Please subscribe to his channel. Sam, thank you, man.
Thank you. Have a good night, Star.
Okay. All right. There you go. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on, guys. Okay. Behind schedule here. Toothless HIV white man sends in a donation. Star, we have never been to the moon. Only sheep would believe people flew all the way to the moon, landed, and get this, flew back. I'm white, I know. Toothless HIV white man also says, if you believe we went to the moon, you also believe that Trump is a racist and Biden is here to save you. Okay, and then the last one, he says, if you can fit 35 Earths in between our planet to the moon and people actually believe we flew there in the 60s, they are sheep. Okay. Guys, hang on a second. I want to make sure I'm promoting my sponsors. And if you want to be a sponsor on the show, reach out via email, thehater1964yahoo.com. I say again, thehater1964yahoo.com. Dave Chappelle is my main topic, in case you're just now tuning in. He took some shots at Katt Williams. Yes, he did. He mocked him. When you mock someone, that's disrespect, you know? And for those who don't know, Dave Chappelle addressed Katt Williams during a stand-up show this past Friday. at MonDeRays, an event hosted by comedian DeRay Davis, according to Deadline and other sources. Yeah, so we all know that Katt Williams went in on Rickey Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart. Yeah. And what is that video up to? Is it at 70 million yet? Shannon Sharpe, Club Shay Shay. But Dave Chappelle mocked him. He tried to clean it up and say, Katt is one of the best painters in the game. So why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? Stop. Hurt people, but I am a hurt person that never hurt people, and he does it all the time. Dave's my guy, man, but I'm kind of riding with Katt on this one. It's like that's what social media is. You know? People load up the clip and then respond. Katt Williams emptied out the fucking clip. I may have to go see Katt Williams on tour. Let me go to area code 917. You there? Good evening. 917. Monday.
What's up? What's up? How you doing, bro?
How are you, sir? What's cracking?
Man, first off, flat Earth.
Okay.
Let's say it's a sphere. We're gonna go with that. Let's run with that. I'm 66, baby, man.
Okay. So you're on some type of headset or speakerphone. We want to hear you. Can you make the adjustments? Sounds kind of
let's do that.
A little echoey.
How's that?
Much better.
How's that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I will go with a sphere because the flat thing, we know there's a core. So if there's a core, basically it can't be flat. So we'll go with a sphere. Okay. Second of all, from back in the days, man, they've been pushing this thing on us with the if we're gonna use psychology like they do to us, we're gonna go with why every movie you watch they got to push a globe in front of you. In every movie, Universal Studios, Paramount, they're pushing some kind of globe in front of you. Why are they doing that? That's to motivate your brain to start thinking it's round. Yeah. Nothing's round here. Mm-hmm. We know we came up from way back, Star. Come on, this place got a firmament. They never left the place. 1080 TV busted them because the bubbles that they were showing in those goddamn tapes were fake. So 1080 TV blew them up. So they can't do that shit no more. People got.
Can I ask you to watch the profanity, sir? We've been having a nice conversation. Sir, can I ask you to watch the profanity? Excuse me, sir. Can you hear me? Please watch the profanity. We're having a good discussion. Okay?
No doubt.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's a clone. That's what clones do.
Go ahead. Finish up.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Dave Chappelle, he's a clone to me. That's what clones do. That's not the same Dave. Everybody's got eyes. We all can see. If you can't see, I can. That's not Dave. That's why he's doing the shit what he's doing.
Let's get him out of here. I just spoke to him in a respectful way. Please watch the language. You know, I don't own YouTube, folks. You've heard me say this before. I'm not selling out. I sold out. I'm not here to keep it real. And people have to go back and edit parts out in the goddamn the video here. Watch your mouth. Hold on a second. I was looking for something here. Oh, there's Janet. Janet, I was just getting ready to take a break, but let me talk to you. Janet, how are you? Thanks for tapping in. Janet.
Hey, Star, how are you?
I'm great. I got your email. I responded to one of your emails today.
Right.
Yes.
Right. They were closed. Okay. So I got to go tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah. Earlier you had stated something about Isaiah and on his throne and looked at the perfect circle.
I said something. What did I say? I didn't say the perfect. Hang on. I didn't say the perfect circle. Let's slow down now. You're making reference to the word Don't misquote the word. Isaiah 40. Come on.
So what did you say? You say that he looked down upon his perfect circle?
Isaiah 40:22. Can you Google it? Pull it. I read it. I read it. Pull it up.
I'm on my phone. Isaiah. Okay, let's see. Isaiah.
He sits
all right,
enthroned above the circle of the earth. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's the point that I was looking at. You say that he looks upon the circle of the earth. You know, another word for circle is the completion of the earth. Could that be interpreted wrong in the Bible that you read?
You tell me. You're a believer. I'm just making reference to what the good book says. You tell
right.
me.
That's what it says. That's why I say it should not take or add anything, because when you interpret it, the word is some of these words are misinterpreted. That circle could mean completion, because 360 is completion. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the perfect number. It could be divided.
I understand. I understand perfectly, but the word is circle, not completion. So if you're trying to go someplace, hang on. If you're trying to go someplace else, you know, let's make sure that we are quoting what it says in Isaiah 40:22. Go ahead.
Okay. So, okay. So I was looking at this website, and it stated that there are at least 16 places on Earth itself that has zero gravity.
Okay.
So that in itself defaults the Earth being a perfect circle. Because even though you could divide out even into a circle, if the Earth was circled a perfect circle, then everything will get everything, and all the mass will be the same. So there can't be places on Earth that does not have zero gravity.
Well, hang on a second, Janet. You're coming in late. I don't think anyone on this line tonight has said a perfect circle. We've been saying a sphere. No one said hang on. No one said a perfect circle. But now, hang on a second, because I forget. Are you a believer? Where are you with regards to the Holy Bible, or just science and your thoughts, your belief, and your understanding of the Earth? Is it flat, and is space fake? Please.
I believe that the Earth is a flat sphere.
Okay.
Now, when we look at the word flat, that doesn't mean that it doesn't have depth. Something could be flat. Your table is flat. You can have anything that's a flat surface. Doesn't mean that there's nothing underneath it. So I think everyone is right, but they're not. Take these thoughts and join them together, and then see what you come up with. So that's what I believe. Well,
now hang on. Can you help me understand? You said the Earth is a flat sphere.
Right, but it does not mean that it does not have depth. Now, when people was talking about the firmament, right, and then you talk about Pangea, which is one land, and the separation of the land. Now, if you look at to go back to the completion, the perfect circle, the circle of life. Okay. If you look at the water and you look at the clouds, they are the same. Now, my mama taught me this when I was younger.
Let's go.
Whenever I want to know what was going on with the Earth, always look to the sky, because the sky and the water, they are the same. It goes up and then it goes down, because there's no new water on this Earth. The same water they drank 1,000,000 years ago is the same water that you're drinking now.
This we know.
All right. So that's a completion, a perfect circle, a 360.
Okay. But now,
a completion.
Hang on. Now, what would you say to those? And correct me if I'm wrong. Are you in front of a computer? I forget. Is it Revelations where it speaks about the four corners of the earth?
Mm-hmm. Then you're talking about the end of times.
Is it Revelations? I forget. I can't remember all this.
Well, it has to be Revelations, because I'm on my phone right now.
Okay.
But it has to be Revelations, because you're talking about the four.
That does not mean that the earth is flat or square, because you can also say that the four corners of the earth is making reference to north, south, east, and west. In
Correct.
in theory,
We have-
hang on. In theory, so that's why they may have said the four corners of the earth. But now, again, I don't have it in front of me. I didn't Google, but continue, Janet, please. Go ahead.
Now, in your own words, you say north, south, west, and east, right? So that's four corners. Okay. So how do we get a circle out of four corners? The only way you could get, well, you could get four corners out of a circle, but then that circle becomes a different object. You understand what I'm saying? So once you break it up, it becomes different. So as I was
Troll babies, do you understand what Janet is saying? Never mind me. Never mind Star.
Yes,
No, Janet,
I
I'm asking.
what I'm saying.
No.
So
I
you
know
have
you
to-
do. I'm asking them. I want you to speak. You know, I respect what you say, but now,
Oh,
yeah. No.
oh, okay. I can't see the chat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
as I was saying, unless you'll have to have, in order to make it complete, in which I think we're all forgetting, I think we have to do north, south, west, and east, and central. So it's actually.
But now, hang on a second, Janet. To be clear, I did not pull the verse in Revelations, and just because north, south, west, and east points, and someone may say corners, it does not mean that they are quote unquote corners. That's longitude,
Right.
longitude, and what?
Mhm.
Longitude and
Latitude.
latitude. So we could be talking about directions, not necessarily a quote unquote corner.
You're correct.
Anything else you want to say with regards to that, or do you want to speak about Dave Chappelle taking shots, pow, at Katt Williams? Do you have to speak?
I want to talk about Dave Chappelle.
Come on.
I think he got a little bit. I believe he's believing his own press, which is a dangerous thing for people in the celebrity world. Because
Okay.
once you start believing the stuff people are writing about you, you start to think that you're bigger than what you are. You understand? And my whole thing is, Dave is not a spokesperson for the black culture. You understand? He's a spokesperson.
Let's go, Janet. Janet, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You understand what
Let's
I'm saying?
go.
So with this thing with Katt Williams and these other comedians, he had no business stepping into it because he was not involved in it. Now Katt Williams gave him his respect. He should have left it at that. But when you come in and saying that he's painting an ugly picture, but you had nothing to say when they were saying these things about Katt Williams. I mean, they was on one of the biggest national urban radio saying that the man was on drugs. You said nothing. So if you're not going to say nothing then you have nothing to say now.
Right.
And again, like I said, you are a political commentator. You are a political comedian. You are not a black culture comedian. It's a difference when you tell jokes about what's going on with the small hats and the LGBT, and then when you're telling jokes about the barbecue. Those are two different entities. You can't cross over.
Janet going 10 toes down, pay attention. And Janet, feel free to make reference to Dave Chappelle. He's married to a beautiful non-FBA woman.
Now,
right?
Now I was going there. I was like, now maybe he got a
and don't forget, somewhere out there in Ohio where he lives, he got upset that they were trying to build affordable housing for black people near his property. He went downtown to some goddamn town hall meeting, got up on a microphone and said, "Oh, hell no." Remember that?
Right. Now we have accepted Dave Chappelle as a political comedian. You know, just like the guy Noah from Africa. You guys are that. We accept you. Come on to the barbecue, cousin. That's the only thing I can say. But you that sitting up there, you're not representing the black culture in any fashion. And none of your comedian jokes, none of your commentary, and nothing that you are doing that reflects the black culture. Everything.
Janet on code tonight. Pay attention. Let's go, Janet. Finish up. Bring it home. Land your plane. Let's go, Queen. Let's go, Queen.
It's something that personally happened to him.
Yeah.
Now, I think he's more offended when Katt Williams said the thing about the light-skinned wife with the funny face. I think that's bothering him. And I think it's bothered a lot of people, but nobody ever stood up to defend their wife, which I find kind of strange. The man called you a thief, called you a liar, called you this, called you that, and he said your wife was ugly. And you never stepped up to say, my first thing as a woman, I want my husband, hey, this man insulted me.
Right.
And my first thing you should have done, say, hey, you know what? This might have happened, that might have happened, whatever, whatever. Don't disrespect my wife. This is the mother of my children. This is the love of my life. I got bonds with her in front of God and everybody else.
Right. Janet, I have to take other calls. I thank you for chiming in. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Janet. Star Report back in the building. Okay, it's Monday evening, and we're having a really good discussion here with regards to Dave Chappelle taking shots at Katt Williams. To my knowledge, Katt Williams still has not responded. I'm not sure if he's on tour or whether he's packing the cannon on Dave Chappelle. On some real shit, I hope he's packing the cannon on Dave Chappelle. Troll babies, can someone enlighten me, educate me? Let me go to the live chat here for a second. Okay. Whew. Okay. I don't want to keep calling Deed's name. Deed's is busy, and I thank her for everything she does. Folks, if you got a copyright strike from me, that's my alleged daughter, Amy. Just deal with her, please. I am fortunate to have Deeds, Amy, and a few other young people that, handle the channel. You know what it is. Okay. Hey, Sharon, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Dwyer, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Are you calling in? I thought I saw you trying to get on the line. Earth Apostle. No, that's something different. How do I say your name? Anincia? Star, who was your favorite comedian? Oh, man. I would say in the 70s and in the 80s, my guy, well, actually, as early as I can remember, late 60s. I was born in 64. So like going back to, 69, 70s and 80s, Don Rickles. Now, I was very aware of Richard Pryor because my older brother, that was his guy. And, I used to look at the Richard Pryor albums. That nigga's crazy and the bicentennial nigga. So I knew all the Richard Pryor stuff, but Don Rickles, that was my guy. Oh, man. He went balls deep on everybody. Everybody, especially when he went on the Johnny Carson show and these other platforms. He gave no fucks. Now, of course, you can't talk like that now in today's world, but that was my guy. All right, Frank, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, great show. Salute, star. Thank you, Frank. Okay. Let me get back to the phone lines here. Area code 646. Good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed? 646.
What's good, Star? You get me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
What's good? My name is Life. I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's cracking.
Yeah, I want to talk to you on the flat Earth theory.
Please go ahead.
Huh?
Yes, you have the floor, sir. You have the floor.
Oh, all right. Yeah, cool. I'm a flat earther.
Okay.
I started believing the Earth was flat in 2017.
Okay.
Due to a YouTube video I seen by Dave Murphy. The YouTube video was about an hour and 15 minutes long.
Okay.
I watched it twice in a row. Reason why, because after watching it, I asked myself, how is it that a video that's an hour and 15 minutes can give me more evidence on the Earth being flat than I was ever taught in school my whole life? You understand? So, and after looking into it, to me, it's kind of pretty much obvious now. As far as if the sky is fake, outer space is fake, I believe all the images of outer space that they give us is. But as far as what our eyes can see, the stars in the sky, that's in the firmament and all that, I definitely believe in that.
Can I ask how old are you, sir?
I'm 39.
Okay. Continue.
Say what?
I said continue. You have the floor. Continue, please.
Oh, continue. Well, after finding out the Earth is flat, the question I asked myself was, what would they lie to us about? Like, why would they teach us in school that it's a sphere and that it revolves around the sun being dragged and the other planets and all that? And that's another question I used to ask a lot of people when I first, I was like one of them born again Christians. Like when I found out the Earth was flat, I was trying to teach everybody, yo, the Earth is flat, the Earth is flat. I don't be on it like that no more. But while I was on it, I used to have people every night. I used to be like, yo, how is it we can identify the same stars in the sky every night if it goes according to what they teach us? It wouldn't make sense.
Okay.
So, it's a few ways to me you can prove that it's flat. But the thing about, I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. And one thing that he said teaching younger people is easier than teaching adults because adults are stuck in their ways. So it's kind of like when you have these kind of conversations with people, everybody is taught the same thing. And this is what I tell people. I was taught the same thing as you. 9 planets, and now Pluto is no longer a planet, and how we revolve around the sun. So what is it that what information I came across that made me change my mind? And that's the only thing I be asking people. Just try to be more open-minded to things because,
I don't feel the need to push back on anything that you've said. I mean, you may have the answers. I don't know. I don't believe that we've all been taught the same thing. That I don't believe. Some people do extensive research. Some people are more accepting of certain things. But let me ask you this: just regardless of what you've read, regardless of what you've seen by way of a video, it really comes down to this, in my opinion. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust yourself?
Yes.
Why? Why?
I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm a tattoo artist, so I have intimate conversations all the time. And I always ask people, I say based on
hang on. I've heard you say you've read a book, you've watched a video, and you've talked to people, you ask people, do you trust yourself?
Yes.
Why?
And that's what I'm saying.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, that's what based on the information that I gathered. Like I said, after watching the video, I watched it twice because I had to ask myself, how is it that the evidence that I gathered from this hour video was more supporting than what was taught to me? Like the evidence that was put to me in the video made more sense than what was taught to me when I hold them side by side.
Sir, I've let you speak, and I
based on what I know.
Sir, I let you speak. I'm just want to ask you this: why do you trust yourself? How do you know that you are of sound mind and that you make rational decisions? Why do you trust yourself?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
That's the question, sir, because, people, hang on, people can read all sorts of books. And if you don't apply the knowledge, then what was really the book about? Maybe it was just something to pass the time. You can watch a movie, you can watch a documentary. Did you go do research? Did you go, not that you have to now, did you go to a certain place on the planet and smell war, or get an understanding of what the grass smells like in Ireland or someplace? Why?
No, I haven't.
Why? And I'm not saying you're wrong. We're just talking. I appreciate you calling him. Why do you trust yourself?
I feel, one, because I have all my senses. I actually feel I'm mainly, I'm still alive. I'm good with responsibilities. I'm good with keep helping others. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to ponder on that and really give that some thought so I can give it a real legitimate answer. That's the first time I've been asked.
How do you know you're alive? Let's go deeper. Pause. How do you know you're alive?
Can I? All right. I don't want to go too far off subject, but just peep this. I'm gonna just give you a little theory of mine, if you don't mind. All right. So look, I'm non-religious. My religion, I'm gonna just break it down to you like this. My religion is life, right? God to me is an undefined force of energy. The reason why it's undefined because none of us can explain where any of this shit come from. Pardon my language, right? So God is an undefined force of energy that exists in all living and non-living things.
Okay.
That's just a belief of
okay,
mine.
I hear you. So to round this out, out, why do you trust yourself? Can you just tell us that before you go? Why do you trust yourself?
Because I'm God.
Okay. Okay.
And so are you. Later, man. Thank you.
No, sir. I'm not God. Are you creator of all things? Are you almighty?
No, I'm not almighty.
No, sir.
No,
sir.
I'm not the.
If
I'm not the most high. I'm not the
sir.
creator.
Sir, if you're not almighty, you're not God. But thank you. Thank you.
All right. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Okay. Yes, sir. Oh, sir. I appreciate the call. We had a good conversation. I want you folks to talk. Okay. Hang on a second. Oh. Can we watch the language tonight, please? Is that Houston tapping in? 713. Houston?
My nigga, what's popping?
My nigga.
Where you want to start, dog? I'm already cup filled, blood lit. I'm ready to go wherever they go. Intellectual.
Okay.
I can be the ghetto gynecologist, or I can be the spiritual healer. Where you want to go on this?
Let's just watch the language. You have the floor.
I got you.
Yeah, do you want to discuss Dave Chappelle going in on Katt Williams? He mocked him. When you mock somebody, that's disrespect. I don't care how he's trying to now clean it up. Oh, he's one of the best painters. You mocked him. You tried to imitate him, and then make people laugh at your impersonation of him. That was some sucker shit. Go ahead.
Dave Chappelle always mocked black people. That was his comedy.
Come on.
Black people never got into him. Half baked, he was always around white boys. He was doing white people comedy.
Come on.
Like Dave Chappelle black people never really messed with Dave Chappelle until he got Dave Chappelle's show. And he was still mocking black people, but he was still leaning toward the weirdness, the kind of fruity things that white people and white boys do. So he got mad at Katt because his thing didn't work when he sold out and put that dress on mocking a black woman. That's what he's really mad about. And that's what he's mad about. He did that.
I could have swore when he was on stage recently, Dave Chappelle, he said that Katt went viral around the same time as he put out his new special. Yes, no?
Yeah, and then he said his special flopped because of the interview. I'm like, who fault is that? That's yours. Dave Chappelle has always been like the comedian good for the white folks. He's half black. He's black when he needs to be and seem like he's black. You know, one of them. But Katt was just raw, no rub on him, man. And then he got mad when he pulled up acting like a black woman dressed up as a woman. You can't escape that image of you being like that.
Okay.
It's just like anytime Will Smith all crazy to his wife, all they got to do is pull up 6 degrees of separation when he in there getting flat back. You get me? Or am I tripping?
Bone D, I see you. I got your donation. I will look for area code 262. I'm sorry, Houston. Go ahead.
No, but you get what I'm saying. You can't take back the fact that you flatbacking in the industry. You can't take that back. It's an image of you that's gonna be stuck. You know what I mean? And that's why he's acting like that. It hurts his soul. It hurts Kevin Hart's soul. It hurts everybody that's reacting soul. They know they flat back for the industry, and what did they get?
Okay.
Nothing. That's why he's doing that.
Houston, before you go, is the Earth flat and is space fake? Your thoughts, please.
All I know is the Earth ain't flat. I always tell people, look at it like a snow globe. You got to break the atmosphere in order to get there. If they can't even send off a bottle rocket, $1 million rocket right now without it blowing up within a second, how the hell they make it to the moon? Just tell me. And then they talking about people that went to space. Space only take going above where the plane's at. And then you come back down. Like, come on, man. These people are stupid, dog. I know better. Like, people need to understand what they doing, dog. Dog, you never been nowhere. If you been to the moon in a deuce and a quarter, how the hell you can't make it up there in the technology we got now?
Yeah. I will say this, Houston, because some of my kinfolk from the South in the 70s, I spent a couple of summers in Durham and a place called Snow Hill. And I remember one of my aunties, she said, boy, them white folks that ain't go on no moon. And she was very geeky. However, she was a very knowledgeable woman, and her and my grandmother, the two of them, I used to listen intensely. And a lot of things that they said back in the 70s still ring true till this day. My grandmother used to say, as the clouds part, the sky shows its true colors, which has multiple meanings. But
yeah, it depends on how you look at it.
Right.
Because I'm a Mississippi nigga. You know, I know about that.
So I'm not discrediting what you're saying. I'm listening, and I appreciate you tapping in. Thank you, Houston. Thank you, man.
Hey, man, thank you and salute, man. Already.
It's my nigga Houston. Great discussion tonight. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Boy, you. Hey, girl, you came up on this show. What was it, last week? And these niggas said, yo, I'm trying to holler at Dana. What did you do?
I didn't do nothing. I'm just me.
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
Styling and profiling. You and I talk every other day, and you're doing the damn thing. I appreciate you so much, and you help me, as you and Deez and Amy, with just different ideas and topics and things. You sent me a text when I went to my break saying you don't want low-income housing near you either, like Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah, because I don't really have too much to say on the Dave Chappelle Katt, but just a couple of things. First, no one never came to Katt Williams' defense when he is dragged, whether it's by the media or other comedians. Right. Black people are not a monolith. We don't always have to get along. So I stand by Katt Williams. I love Dave Chappelle, but I stand by Katt Williams in that regard. He a grown man and he can say and do as he please. But as far as Dave Chappelle speaking up against the affordable housing in his city, I don't blame him, because we had to do that where I live at recently. Yeah. Late last year, where I live at, nice, quiet area. We all know each other. They wanted to bring...
You live around white folk. Let's just keep it real, Danny. You live around white folk.
Yes, I do. Yes, and I love it. They wanted to bring affordable housing, in the neighborhood, and we said hell to the no, rebuild their community up for them. Don't bring them here, because that's going to depreciate the home value. So these are homeowners here.
It's going to affect your comps.
Crime. We want our homes to constantly appreciate, which it is. So it's going to devalue the neighborhood. So keep them, where they're at, and just rebuild there. So yes, I stand by Dave Chappelle. Okay.
So the real Dana, your website. Let me pull this up right now, because you're so busy. I was trying to hold on a second. Promote your platform. Is it therealdana.com?
Therealdananetwork.com. I do have like a flyer. It has a judge on it, but I can send it to you as well. But
There
it's
it is. Okay.
therealdatanetwork.com.
There it is. Looking good.
Yeah. Do you know how to share the screen yet or no?
I think so. Don't you have a wrench to be in my live chat? You should.
No, you never gave me one.
Well, hang on a second. Let me go to your YouTube channel. But go ahead and talk and promote while I try and figure all this out.
I want people to go to therealdatanetwork.com. I created it so I could put all of the Judge Joe Brown archive videos up there. Yes, it is paid subscription because he does talk a lot of knowledge. Also, we go live on the website every Thursday because Judge Joe Brown cannot be on YouTube.
Don't keep saying that. Yes, he can. Don't keep.
He can, but he could be on YouTube talking about pop culture, you know, and talking about the celebrity stuff. But the knowledge and the education and the politics, I had to take him off. So we talk about those things on the website, right? It's uncensored.
Okay.
So, and of course, I have another YouTube channel, the Dusty Chronicles. I'm trying to build that up. That's the show I do with Steve the Dean. And yeah, of course, The Real Dana is growing.
Okay, if I did this right, I just gave you a wrench to be in my live chat. So see if it works when you hang up and post your links in my live chat. Okay. Any thoughts, Dana, on the Earth? Is it flat and is space fake?
Space is not fake. I'm not a science buff, but it's interesting. But I believe that the world is not flat. It's pictures of it being round. So I have no desire to go to space nor go to Mars. That's where they're trying to get us to go to
Pictures
next.
and propaganda from the Caucasoids.
Yes, and I believe the pictures.
Now, you know, when I was a kid and I was asked at the dinner table, how did the reflectors get on the moon? You know, I didn't have any comebacks. I just said, I have a theory now about how the reflectors got there with mankind not going to the moon. But you know, this.
Well, we don't really have we don't really have proof now. Did America send astronauts to the moon? Maybe not, but maybe another country, maybe Russia was actually there first. That's a possibility.
No, Russia kept having technical issues and rockets kept exploding. So we were in a space race, as I'm sure you know or may remember. We were in a space race. And listen, I'm not going to act like I know for certain, but that would have been too much of an embarrassment for the United States of America if we didn't get there first. That would have been too much of an embarrassment because, you know, of course, we claim to be, I'll just say all that, you know, in the eyes of everybody on the planet. But then,
now, just real quick with NASA, now if you notice, NASA don't launch any more space trips. You have Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos, and was it SpaceX with Elon Musk? They are the ones now launching tests up in outer space. So you know we do need to.
May I?
Yeah.
Since Ronald Reagan was in office, the whole space missions have changed, and we do have space stations up there. Yeah. So, you know, sending people up there for fun, you know, is not the mission now. It's not the objective. Things are still being sent up there. And it's different now. Again, the objective of what we're doing up there. So rockets are leaving and not coming back. I'll just say that. They're leaving. People are leaving. Resources and supplies are going, and they're not coming back. So that's another show for another time. But I'm trying to think of something else I wanted to say. I can't think. I'm drawing a blank here. But Oh, okay, okay. Anything else you want to put on the table about your platform or what?
No, just go to The Real Dana, subscribe, and of course, me and Joshua Brown, we're going to be hosting a Twitter space tomorrow, so you can follow me on Twitter.
Nice.
The Real Dana #7, you know, X, not Twitter. X is popping right now. So yeah, so just follow my social media handles. I am going to put the links in the chat.
Yeah, let me know if your wrench works, okay?
Oh, and thank you to everybody that left lovely comments about me in the last video. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana.
All right, have a good one.
Okay, bye now. Dana with the data. Okay. Someone is on hold who sent a donation. Let me see if I can area code 262. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? 262.
Yeah, I am.
Good evening.
What's up? What's up?
How are you, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm here to talk about the flat Earth and the space is fake debate.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not a debate. I mean, it's just a question. I'm not trying to debate somebody like I know. Just a question. What do you think? Is the Earth flat and is space fake?
Well, let me just start off by saying, like you just said, I'm not going to say I have all the facts and every single thing right in front of me, but I have done a lot of research. I'm just not the guy who makes a living out of it, so I can't just like throw these numbers out of my head or anything like that.
Okay.
But I think when you start talking about flat Earth and space being fake, the first thing you got to talk about is who is bringing us this information, and I mean that's NASA. And then you got to think about NASA and how much they lie. They're basically the biggest liars of all time. They're just liars. They lie so much. The moon landing was fake. And just to name some reasons on how moon landing was fake. Well, if you want to believe in the moon landing, you're going to believe that on the first time that we ever manned the mission to the moon, before we left, we played golf on the moon. When it was a dire mission, life or death, never been done before, we decided, hey, let's play a game of golf, forget this life or death thing we've never done before. Let's play golf on the moon really quick. That's something that they claim they did on the moon when they landed on the moon the first time. I mean, and there's a bunch of other stuff like that. So then you got to think like, all right, they lied about the moon landing. Why did they lie about the moon landing? Well, they lied about the moon landing so that they could get their they could get their little picture. Yeah. So they could get their little picture from the moon and say, hey, look at the Earth in the back. It's a ball. That's why they had to do the whole moon landing hoax. The moon landing hoax was a key part of faking the whole spherical Earth thing. And that's why when it comes to this flat Earth, I would never say, and most flat earthers, like I'm talking about like the ones who really like be looking into this, nobody's going to say, oh yes, I know for a fact that the Earth is flat. But what we are going to say is, I know for a fact that NASA is lying, and we need to find out what they're lying about. And there's a lot of proofs that are making it seem like the Earth isn't a ball. Like, they try to, there's like a whole.
If I can jump in for a second, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but with regards to NASA and the masses, there are people who believe, people who are in places and positions of power, that most people are sheep, and that they who have control, whether it be by way of finances or elitism, they are working on behalf of the greater good. So what you may consider to be a quote unquote lie, to them, it's saving you from yourself. You're not smart enough. You don't trouble yourself with things that you really wouldn't comprehend anyway. Now again, I'm just talking to be talking. So when you say lie, lie, there's many people who say, well, I lied to protect you, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't disagree with that at all. I mean, that connects to everything I'm talking about. These elites, they of course they think they'll do what's best. They'll sacrifice millions of people and depopulate the earth because they think they know what's best and they think it's better for the earth.
Right.
These are the same people.
Yeah. There are people who truly believe that war is a good thing. Listen, we've got too many people on the planet. A war would, get rid of some of the quote unquote waste, and it would create jobs. It would stimulate the economy and other things. And some people stand on that, But go ahead, finish up. You were saying, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I mean, it all comes down to you never trust the liars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think his name's Werner von Braun. He was the guy he was like a Nazi that NASA
Easy.
took,
Yeah. Easy. You're going someplace else, sir. This is is a Jew network. Slow it down.
Dang.
This is a Jew network.
My bad.
Don't get it twisted.
I was gonna say, he was the head.
Okay, sir, you say that again. You're out of here. Slow it down.
All right. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a liars. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to who's giving you this information. People always like to ask the question. They like to say this question. Why would they lie about that? Well, the why is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? If you pull up on a murder scene and you see a murder scene, and you see obviously a murder went down, you don't have to ask, why did it happen, to know that it happened. So when you see a company clearly lying to you, being caught on green screen multiple times in a fake space station, you see them just lying all the time. You know what I'm saying? They say the Earth's curves and you can't see, something goes over the curvature, but there's multiple videos of them zooming in with stronger cameras and you can see even further. There's a lot of lies.
Can I ask, how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. This is way before
30 years old.
This is way before your time, respectfully, but there's a film, I think it was 1974, Capricorn 1 with O.J. Simpson, if you're into science fiction. And it at its time, the film was like, it shocked people, but if you care, Capricorn 1 with O.J. Simpson and some other people as well. But I thank you for your call, man. Thank you.
All right, have a good day, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Let me go to area code 845. Good evening. We're talking about Dave Chappelle taking shots at Katt Williams. Are you up to speed? 845.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm doing good tonight. How you doing?
Good. What do you want to jump
No
in?
doubt. Yeah, on Dave Chappelle talking about Katt. I mean, I think it's because of that whole dress thing. But I mean, he never said nothing about all the black comedians that were talking down on Katt. Kevin Hart jumped on the radio, said Katt was on drugs with no proof.
Right.
All of them were getting at Katt for a while. He never said nothing about that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, at one point, Katt wore a dress too, though. Everybody forgets that in the beginning of that one comedy special, he played 4 different characters in like a fat suit. I don't know if he was making fun of them or whatever, but he definitely was in a dress for 2 seconds. You know what I mean? It's out there. People have been reposting the old clips of Steve Harvey. They reposted that one as well.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that is such a bad thing for black comedians to put on a dress? I think that's such a bad thing.
I mean, we grew up seeing it, right? Like the whole time. I was born in 1979.
Okay.
So I've seen black comedians as well as white comedians do the dress thing.
Yeah.
And I get it. Sometimes they got to set the scene, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. But I think the feminization of men, period, they do it like right in front of you. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real. Trying to strip the masculinity of the black man. That's a real thing. Let's not get it twisted.
That's definitely real.
That's real. But with regards to quote unquote comedians, you're a comedian. You're supposed to do goofy stuff. You're not a fucking rocket scientist. You're not an economist. You're a comedian.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. And the other topic you on, right? The flat Earth. The round Earth, flat Earth, whatever it is, right?
Go ahead.
I think it's flat. I think it's flat.
Come on.
I was in a plane one time and flying over back from Morocco, and the sun and the moon was on. They was both on each side of the planes. I think that can only happen in like a flat Earth situation. But everybody's information down here, whether it be the Bible, the globe, NASA, whatever it is, flat Earth, round Earth, it's all second-hand information. None of us really know what's good.
Okay.
None of us.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you. Thank you.
No doubt.
Yes,
Easy,
sir.
Star.
Okay, easy.